Today I'm sharing my 9 reasons to quit social media today and what happened when I did. It's actually been life-changing. Learn less, not more. Why learn less? Because it's more conducive to practice. Learning by doing will give you more confidence and more practice, which will make you a more skilled human being. Your goal should be to learn from the internet, but to leave it behind. There's only so much advice you need. Less impressions. If a picture says 1,000 words, how many impressions are we bombarded by from social media every day? Even just 5 minutes on social media can drastically change how we feel. And who gets to pick these impressions? Because it's not you. The algorithms are created to show you more of what you like and what you already agree with. Instagram and Facebook are run by one real person, Mark Zuckerberg, who just off the top of my head is one of the least socially functioning people I've ever seen, with clear ulterior motives. Comparison. Social media warps our perception of reality because people are only sharing their moments of success. This makes it easy to feel like we're not good enough. But life really isn't about successful moments. Life is constant, ever-changing, and the constant quality of life is likely to be lower if you get sucked into this game of displaying your life to make it appear as though you were doing really good. Boredom. Boredom is actually a great thing. It's great for reflection and creativity. Boredom is just moments of space in between doing, and it's a great opportunity to reflect on your life. It can even be a reminder of a meditation. With more time to reflect and examine, we become more unique people with greater insight and ideas. And if we have to be more creative, our lives become more interesting. But the option we're picking today is social media, leading us down this path of homogeneous vanity. Meditation. If you feel like you don't know what to do, meditation is an answer, and from meditation you will only find answers. So it's a great thing to do in general. Meditation is one of the most meaningful ways I can spend my time, but in the usual chaos of my life I sometimes find it hard to find the time to practice. But in the same in-between moments social media takes up, meditation can be practiced. And meditation is best practiced in short moments and in amongst your life for the most benefits. Impermanence. Are you going to remember the moments on your phone? Life is really short. And time is precious, so you have to figure it out for yourself. How do you want to live your life? And remember, you don't have to have a perfect answer, but you have to start asking. And over time, you will find ways of being that feel better or worse. So start there. Health. I wonder what's healthier, an hour walking or meditating or an hour on Instagram. After quitting social media, it's clear what feels better, and from an objective standpoint, I think it's important to remember how little research there is on the long-term effects of technology and social media. And the research that is emerging is not looking promising. Reactivity. Every social media platform is a company, and every company wants profit. On social media, reactivity means success. The more controversial or extreme something is, the more momentum it gets. But reactivity is the opposite of awareness, and social media is training us to be unconscious, reacting to everything we see, positive or negative, as quickly as possible. But this is dangerous, because you lose the ability to be aware and to see things for what they actually are. Negativity. The low-hanging fruit that keeps you on social media are general swaths of negativity. And you are what you consume. Quitting social media is, I would say, absolutely necessary to get enough distance from these negative cycles of opinions, greed, and desperation that exist on the internet. Benefits of quitting social media. Life without social media was instantly better. I didn't used to spend a lot of time on social media, but apparently enough to ruin the quality of my life. I didn't even realize how my time spent on social media impacted me until I quit, which made me even more motivated not to go back. More presence. After quitting social media, it's like I remembered what life was like before social media. My mind feels freer and more open. Now there's more of a sense of transitioning from one moment to another, being aware of the time in between different feelings and experiences. More time. Time feels less real, and I spend less time looking at the time on my phone, which feels a lot better. I used to have many different excuses for being on social media. Catching up with friends, being able to contact people, learning new things, pretending I was getting stuff done, keeping myself up to date with world events. But none of this is true. In fact, these were just excuses that kept me on social media. Part of living a good life is making conscious decisions about how we spend our time. And not being on social media makes it obvious how I used to waste time. More meaning in my life. My big conclusion from this investigation is that it's clear that I want to spend more time in physical reality, not virtual reality. And maybe I wasn't sure of this before, but after quitting social media, I'm 100% certain that I prefer physical reality. Going for walks, being with people I love, meditating, experiencing the full diversity of what life has to offer makes me feel so much more complete, more integrity. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say, perhaps virtual reality is just a mistake. Just like we got convinced cigarettes or sugary cereal was fine for us, I think this is just another mass delusion to make someone rich. Social media doesn't stand out as a well-considered or thought-through idea, and I think we may have more to lose than to gain by putting more of our personal time there. So yes, I'll still be posting my videos, and I'd still be consuming a bit more educational content if I didn't already feel confident in the topics I regard as important. But I highly recommend you try at least a social media detox and see how you feel, because the quality of your life is at stake here, and you might come to the same conclusion as me. Thank you so much for watching. See you in my next video.